I'll make a motion to start.
All right, let's go.
Someone needs to second it.
Oh, I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to the January Parks and Rec meeting. Call to order, which we have just done. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yep. Okay, I'll take the roll. Steve McFadden, present. Tamita Dubois. Sharon Parikla?
Parkla?
Parkla?
Parkla.
Okay. Welcome. John Jones?
Here.
Dennis Kamplinski?
Here.
Jennifer McConnell?
Here.
Dennis Allison?
Here.
Robert Smith?
Here.
Kate Smith?
Here.
All are present. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
And I'll second it.
Any comments, any changes? Oh, I always forget that part. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, approval of the minutes.
I'll approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next is presentations. Do we have any? Okay,
No presentations at this time.
thank you, Mr. Jones. I like having you next to me. Public comment to agenda items.
Anybody?
Seeing none. Move on to items for consideration. Old business, the five-year plan update.
The 5-year plan has been submitted to DNR.
Okay, council approved it.
Yep, council approved it, it has been submitted, so we are just waiting to hear back from them.
I have a question, my last question. New business, secretary appointment. Since Brendan is no longer here, looks like we're going to need a volunteer to do the minutes. Do I see anybody volunteering?
Ready?
So, now what?
Anyone? Anyone? No one wants it? I don't want it.
I'm not surprised. What do we do if we don't have any volunteers?
I will do it for now, but we'll probably come back to it eventually.
Okay.
Put it back on the list for next time.
Yep,
Thank you for doing that,
you're welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
amongst your other many duties you're doing now. Okay, we're, other business, we have none. And we're to public comments, general, any non-agenda items? Seeing none? We're at the reports. Financial.
I think it's Mike.
It
It
is. Any questions on the financial report?
Can you just explain a little bit how you set it up this time, please?
Yep.
What'd you say, Kate?
I just wanted a little explanation about
So
setup.
what I added to it on the left-hand side, you're gonna see the participation numbers, because that is something I believe is big, knowing how many people are actually signing up for our programs.
Plus, we always ask for it anyway.
So that will be added to all the reports now.
So Mike, basically, under the senior program report, okay, so the revenue column, we had $4,500 basically as the revenue that came in from all the participants, right? Then your
For-
expenses.
450.
or-
No, for all of them.
Oh, total, okay, I'm sorry, I'm looking,
I'm gonna say,
okay,
I'm
right.
sorry, I'm gonna speak just totals for the moment,
Sorry about that.
just so we kind of understand that one.
Now, that
The
is. not-
revenue is $4,591, correct? And that's from all the programs
All of the senior programs.
that are under the senior program category,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Because we have new people here.
Correct, yes.
Okay,
Now,
so then
and
the
that-
other thing was your expenses, and if there was no expenses in that category, there was no expenses.
Correct.
You put all the expenses in, so the expenses came to 1,890 whatever.
Correct.
And then what we did was, under the total, that's the profit
Yes.
that was made because you take the expenses. So then if there's a black number there, then we're in good shape. If
Correct.
there's a red number, we're in the minus.
Correct.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Your revenue, shouldn't it be minus your expenses? Like your first line, or second line, 477, shouldn't that be minus the 270? Because right now you're adding your revenue and your
Have you
expense.
added there, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, good catch. You did it
I
on
mean,
all
your
of them.
total was fine.
There was,
could be a typo.
I probably made a mistake in the formula, so that is my fault. I will make sure
You know
that,
what, you're exactly right.
Yeah, you're
because
on
you know
all
what,
of them.
they're all.
Yeah, they're all like that.
They're adding them all together now.
yep,
You got your 157, your 90, 673 and 31 gives you your 703. Somebody needs to reformat the formulas.
Yeah, the one at the bottom is correct.
yes.
The other
Thank
ones
you
are
for
all
that.
correct. It's
I
just the,
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just the top one.
the seniors.
Yep. That is my fault. I apologize. I will definitely get that corrected for the next one.
You know what, but it's not in the, if you look in the youth program, I don't think that's the same. I think you've got the right formula in the youth
Yeah,
program.
That's what you need to
Does it look like the youth program?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, it's correct, the youth one.
And it looks like all the categories were in the positive.
Yes.
But I do like
No,
that
it's
you
a few
breakfast
of
with
them in the
Santa.
youth that are in the
Breakfast with
negative.
Santa, more than we
I'm sorry,
brought
say
in.
again?
A few in the youth are in the negative,
like here.
Yes,
with the parentheses around them.
that's a negative.
Those are negative.
Breakfast with Santa had more expenses than you brought in revenue.
Right.
You're right. Yeah, I see the parentheses.
Yep.
But it doesn't, so obviously the letters to Santa, there was no revenue that could be generated from that, so that's going to be a loss no matter what.
Correct.
So the loss is 349.88, correct?
For letters to Santa.
Yes.
No,
231,
letters-
No, it's
38.
231.
No.
The letters to Santa is down toward the
Second
bottom. It's the
Bottom,
second one
okay,
from the bottom.
okay, yeah. But everything in the parentheses.
Everything in parentheses is a negative.
Negative,
Yes.
okay.
But you still came out ahead.
right.
And it's a way-
Overall, yes.
But in the
Overall,
bottom-
yes.
So quick question, on the breakfast with, was it breakfast with Santa that was a loss?
Yes.
Yes.
So did we anticipate on having more participants than what we truly had?
So what we had to do, we had to
Guesstimate?
buy food for 100 people because we were selling tickets, 100 tickets for it. So we bought food for 100. We were expecting people to show up at the door, which is what happened last year, and nobody came to the door this year.
How many tickets did you sell for that?
75.
Oh, yeah, it says right on here. Okay,
Hey, Kate, we'll catch you up. On the left-hand side, it's got the
Thanks.
thing and the number of
Thanks,
participants.
John.
You with us? Hey, but now I do want to ask you a
Okay.
question. So what happens with the extra food for the 25 people that didn't show?
We took it to the police department and the fire department.
Gotcha. I totally agree.
What you've almost done.
Absolutely.
And the kids' dance is basically the same scenario that you had to plan for X number of participants. You guys fell short of it, so then there was a loss in that category.
Correct.
Is there any other questions in the youth?
No.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's quite okay. Feel free. Does anybody else have any other questions on the report?
is this the first year you've done open skate with Santa?
No.
No, we did last year.
We did it last year also.
That's a huge profit.
We do one theme skate every month, at the ice rink. December is Skate with Santa.
Do they all do this well?
Some do better than others.
Okay.
Usually our Halloween skate and our Skate with Santa are the most popular.
Anything else? Okay, upcoming events.
We have Family Fun Night on Friday, February 2nd. That is 6:30 to 8 p.m. That is at the Radcliffe Center. Craft Day on February 3rd from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. That is also at the Radcliffe Center. Our advanced beginner sewing classes are Mondays starting February 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. The sewing classes have been going very well. They have a lot of participation in that. Swing dance class, that's a newer class. That starts Friday, February 16th from 6:30 to 8. Senior lunch and fun is on February 9th from 12 to 2 p.m. Our new session of the Cornhole League starts this Thursday, February 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. And Nerf Wars is on February 17th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
How many participants in the Cornhole League?
This past one, we had 10.
Okay.
Where are you having that at, the cornhole one?
Radcliffe.
At Radcliffe?
Radcliffe in the gymnasium.
Any comments? All right, commissioner comments. I think we'll start with Dennis.
I just want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a good start to the year. I'd like to welcome Sharon aboard.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, and that's it.
Thank you. Sharon?
I really don't have any comments because I don't know anything yet.
Sure you do. You know a lot more than you right now.
Exactly.
She's
You want to tell
hiding.
us a little bit about yourself?
About myself, I don't know, I've lived in Garden City all my life. My kids graduated here, I graduated here. I worked for Garden City Hospital for 40 years before I retired from there. Walk every day. I even walked at the Radcliffe Center recently.
Welcome.
Jen?
I see Dominic King is here from the Garden City Soccer Club, and just to point out that their registration is open for spring. Anyone that wants to register can go to gardencitysoccer.com and sign up. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Kate?
I just have two things. First, I wanted to ask about the city park grant.
The equipment, I
should've
believe,
warned
is
you.
scheduled to arrive April 1st, I believe.
Okay.
And they are going to start installing it right when it arrives.
When are they going to take out the old stuff?
It is, I'm expecting and starting in February, they're going to start taking it out.
Okay.
I don't have a confirmed date for tear out yet.
I'm just so happy to finally have a date. That's awesome. Okay, and then I don't know how many of you go to the Radcliffe Center regularly, but I just wanted to bring it up. I was there recently, I'm there a lot, and the roof was leaking so bad. Mike was there and putting cans all over. There was just so many spots. So hopefully that'll be getting a new roof soon. I know council has to talk about it. That's a huge cost. So I just wanted you guys to be aware. That's all I have.
Was it leaking in a specific area, or?
Multiple spots throughout the building,
Flat roof?
yes.
Is council
Okay.
looking at getting it repaired?
I
mean,
know-
You can't do that.
I know that they had it inspected. Excuse me. I don't know what the prices came out to, but, so I'm expecting it to go out for bid to get
Okay.
more pricing is my guess, I'll say. So I'm expecting it to go out for bid here soon to see what kind of pricing it's gonna be.
For complete roof?
Well, they can't not do
It might be a complete roof, it might be a patch job.
Or a price on both?
Well, they won't know until they get up there and looked at it.
Exactly.
Looked at it, yes.
exactly.
Can you share some more?
Yeah, hold on, let me just find it in the email.
Appreciate it.
Did you go there and see it?
I have not had a chance. But I know with the freeze storm, sleet storm, snowstorm, refreeze storm, freezing rainstorm,
Yeah.
you know, flat roof, everything kind of builds up and it started leaking like that. And it's an older building. We knew that going into it.
Yeah, yep.
So final reports, Doc received them January 25th of the inspections. And then I know there's going to be some patching done before, yeah, the next step is to patch the areas in which leaks have been found, as well as move forward with the determination as to what type of roof bid we are going to post, either resurface or fully replace, depending on dollar amount.
Amazed at how many spots. There was easily like 50 garbage cans all over. It was- oh, it
I
was-
will give a kudos, I did hear from others, the Radcliffe staff did a wonderful job, as well as Downey, you know,
Yes.
making sure, constantly walking around, checking all the rooms. So they did a wonderful job
Right, that's a
handling it.
lot of new equipment in there and those dance
Thankfully,
floors.
from what I understand, is none of the new rooms with equipment were ones that received leaks. If they did, it was just in the ceiling tiles, and the ceiling tiles were replaced.
Well, no, there was water like on the dance floor and those were very expensive, so.
I didn't hear about that one. but-
It's so hard to tell where the leak is from because the water just,
Pick a can.
Yeah.
you could have one leak and the water could move to different spots in the building.
That's the problem with an old roof like that.
That's why you need somebody
You
to
think
go
the
up there.
water's coming, if you think the leak's right above you, I guarantee it's really.
Yeah, you have to get, somebody has to go up and look at it.
They have someone inspect it.
So is there a plan in motion as far as for the dance room, if, with the leaks to protect the floor?
No, they're trying to catch all the drips and they're like drying it and I know,
As of today, there was no drips in the dance rooms.
right, it was doing it for a little bit and now it's fine.
Yeah, it's just all the storming that happened, you know, even all of Garden City Public Schools, I think there might be only one building, but every school has leaks. I remember back when I was in school, my mom currently works for one of the schools, and they had cans up. You know, all of the buildings are old. They had their renovations done, but they're all older buildings with, you know, lacking roofs. But we knew that going into it, and it's been on council's priority, and I believe it's going to be partially coming from some of the ARPA funds. Don't quote me on that. I do believe it is. But they're just getting prices together and figuring out if it's going to be a full or a partial, depending on the dollar amount we have and what can be.
It'll be up there.
It's a big building.
Thank you. Anything else?
I'm done, no.
Okay. Jamia?
Happy New Year, and I hope to see all you guys at the volunteer luncheon or dinner that's coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, ditto. Happy New Year, everybody. It's nice to see everyone here. Mr. Jones?
Happy New Year to all again, and Sharon, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Happy New Year for me, and also I have one thing. My fence probably won't do that.
So I have 3 fence companies coming out this week. I had 2 come out 2 weeks ago. One told me that they were going to send me a quote, never did. The other one decided they didn't want the job.
Yeah, well,
So I have 3 more coming this week.
okay.
So-
All right. Thanks, Mike, thank you.
It's amazing.
Just Happy New Year to everyone, and I have nothing else.
I do have one more thing. We did receive the Wayne County millage this year. I'm not 100% sure on the amount of money. I believe it's between 70 and 80. But we do need to pick a project to put
that
that
won't
money
be hard.
towards. I know we have, I'm sorry?
That won't be hard.
No. I know we have talked about possibly putting bathrooms in at Manor Park because there was soccer games that go on there and tournaments and all that. I don't know if that's something we want to put the money towards or if there's a different project the commission would like to put it towards.
Would that even start to put a dent in a bathroom project?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
How about giving us some ideas the next meeting then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we should all think about different things that we might personally want to see the funds go to, and then bring that to the next meeting.
Can we use them on the pavilions?
I don't,
We know what we can use them
I
on.
don't believe there's any restrictions to it, so we can put it towards any project we would like.
I think Dearborn did a video board at one of their parks with.
As long as it's as long as it's a Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, that's it.
That's great news.
Yes.
Yes.
It really is.
All
So you
right.
said we got 80,000.
I don't know.
He'll give us a rough, he's given us a ballpark figure.
I believe the ballpark is between 70 and 80. I
Have it on the report
Do you
next time.
have the full number?
Not the exact one. I
Yep.
did speak with the commissioner a little bit over an hour ago. He was on his phone, so he's driving home from work, but he said as long as it doesn't surpass 75,000, because the money for the millage is lesser than what they expected, because I think it was 83 when he was talking
Right.
about it to us, but
Right.
the taxable amount went down for the parks millage, so, but he said as long as it doesn't surpass 75,000.
That's still a nice chunk.
Hey, Mike, or if anyone else knows this answer, the bathrooms at Garden City Park, are those, have anyone gotten any pricing on revamping those? Do we have any bids?
I have not
Okay.
received any pricing for it.
Well, I was just thinking, if we had cost on a new pavilion or bathrooms, that way it would kind of give us an idea, looking at a list, like, okay, what can we do, what can't we do? Here's the things that we need to do. I guess it would be starting with a list of needs, and then costs, and then what can we do?
Yeah,
I always think of the pavilions because we know the pavilions are always
Oh, for sure.
in rough shape, and it doesn't matter where the pavilion's at.
Yeah. Well, the Garden City Pavilion, the main one, has never been redone since I was maybe, I don't know,
I
10.
do believe it did receive a new roof.
Yeah, it did.
a few-
Yes.
Probably between 5 and 10 years ago.
Yeah. But like the colors, and it's just very bland, very brown throughout the park. And I'm just thinking, you know, we've talked about Westland and how it's more modernized. They have like a market area, kind of like with sliding doors, or even, you know, something that looks updated, because the park, there's like no updates until we have this new playground. So
if you guys want to send me an email with a couple of ideas, I can kind of compile them and have the city manager work with the engineers real quick to whip up a rough estimate of cost.
Okay.
And I can have that back for our next meeting as well. So witzy@gardencitymi.org, just send it over to me and I'll
Will
look
will
into
the
them.
city match any funds to this? Come on, guys.
Me as one of 7 is not opposed to it.
No, but I mean, if you're going to ask the question, say, hey, the Parks and Rec Commission wants to know, hey, we got this 75 grand, is the city willing to match it?
So I'll add it to my email to Doc when I compile everything. Like I said, I'm not opposed,
Yeah, 'cause
but
you're-
again, it's one of 7, so,
But you're our liaison, so we have
Yes,
to
most
get you
definitely.
to go to them.
yep.
Did the city have to match for the other grant we got?
For City Park grant?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but that's a federal grant.
That was
Yeah,
grant
but it was still a
versus.
match, though.
That's a grant.
This one isn't. The money from Wayne County is not a match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should look at the master plan.
We can ask. What, look at the master plan to see what needs to be done in the master plan?
We'll just see what's on the list for 2024.
It's your roadmap, so I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of projects that were compiled
Right
into
near
it
the end
from
of the master plan has like the whole list.
Right.
public
Yeah.
input, as well as, you know, the commission's input from a few meetings, and even the in-person one that, I know, I don't remember who all was there. I know you were.
Thomas.
I know I was there with you. But yeah, so that's just a compiled list of, you know, residents' points of views, commission's point of views. I think a couple of employees submitted their own.
If you want, include that in with our next meeting,
Absolutely.
then that way we can take a look at it. Don't hold my feet to the fire on this one, but I'm thinking that anything that's on that list is going to exceed 75,000. That's where I'm trying to think of things like maybe the pavilions, roofs,
Yeah.
update roofs and stuff like that, we might only get one pavilion, but at least we're walking forward, and if the city comes back and says, hey, we won't match it, we'll give you X, or we'll give you more. I don't know. All we can do is ask.
I will say, if you guys, if you want numbers for the next meeting, if I can have probably by midweek next week an email that I can compile together, just so we have the timing, and we can look into see what the roofs would cost and updating pavilions or the bathroom at City Park.
Speaking of the next meeting,
Yes.
Mike, do we need to talk about moving it? Because you're not going to be here.
Oh, I will not be here Tuesday, February 27th. I am at a MParks conference, so I don't know if we're able to move it the week before, the week after, what would
We have
work for
everybody
everybody.
here.
There's a DDA meeting in the council chambers on the 20th, so not the week before.
Week after?
Week after?
That's putting into March, but I mean, that would work as long as,
Yeah, that would work for me.
and you guys would have to, vote on changing the schedule.
I mean, first we got to find out, is everybody good with changing it to March 5th?
And if it's available. This-
And is it
this-
available?
The room is open.
available?
There's
Nothing going on March 5th?
Nothing on the calendar for March 5th?
Good.
I'm okay with that.
So, all right, I'll make a motion.
There you go.
Do we have to vote on this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to change the meeting on February 27th, to move it to March 5th. Same time, same place.
I'll
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Would you please?
I'm sorry. Well, I started it, I figured I'd finish it.
All opposed?
That's all right.
Right.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Does anyone have anything else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Now, second.
All in favor? Aye. All right. Night, folks.
Yeah, I'll be in San Antonio.
Grab that bull by the horn. Grab that bull by the horn.